A line, capital EB, 80 mm long, is inclined to HP at 30 degrees and to incline to VP at 45 degrees. Draw the front and top views of a line and determine their lengths. Also, measure the perpendicular distance of NB from both HP and VP. So in this case, he has not mentioned whether the point A is on HP and on VP, but we have considered this point as the point resting on resting on HP and as well as on VP. That is basically because due to measure the perpendicular distance of the NB from both HP and VP. So that will going to be the minimum distance which will going to be considered. So that is possible only when the point is in both HP and VP. As we take the distance above HP and in front of VP, then correspondingly the distance between the locus of B in the front view and the locus of B in the top view will going to vary. So this is when NDA is in both HP and VP, then we will going to get this distance will going to be the minimum distance. Now first we will going to consider the NDA is in HP, so obviously the image will be on VP, so A dash, and NDA is in VP, so obviously the image will be on HP. Then he says the line capital AB, which is the true length, is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and to VP at 45 degrees. So we have drawn a line from A dash by inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to a length of 80 mm. Then you will going to get this point as B1 dash. Then we are going to draw the locus of B in the front view. Similarly, with A as center, taking the angle of 45 degree, then draw a line which is inclined at 45 degrees to a length of 80 mm, and then draw a locus of B in the top view and mention B2, which is locus of B, and here B1 dash, which is going to be the locus of B. Since it is a capital AB, that is the true length, you mark this as A B1 and A B2. Now we need to find out the perpendicular distance of the NB from both HP and VP. So that means we need to find out the locus of B in the front view and the locus of B in the top view. Now, as you know that this is the true length in the vertical plane, so obviously that line should be parallel to the XY line in the top view. So NDA is in VP, so NB1 should also be on VP, so that you will going to get AB1, which is parallel to VP. So if the front view line has to be in true length, its corresponding top view has to be parallel to XY. So if that condition is applied, here you can see AB1 is the top view, which is parallel to XY, then its corresponding front view will be in true length. Now, because due to the presence of AB2, that is the locus of B in the top view is at some distance from the vertical plane, with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1 by using the compass, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view here. Then you get this point small b, then join AB with a dark line and measure the inclination with respect to vertical plane as beta. Similarly, we know that now we consider the true length in the vertical plane, horizontal plane, that is the top view. We know that this line is in true length because it has been given in the problem. So its corresponding front view has to be in true length. So that means when you look from the front view, A dash is on HP, so B2 should also be on HP. So you are going to get A dash B2 dash is parallel to XY line. If the front view line is parallel, its corresponding top view will be in true length. So you have capital A and capital B2. Now, but due to the presence of the true length in the front view, which is here, so with A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view here, and then join A dash B dash with a dark line, and you give the notation that is the apparent inclination with respect to HP as alpha. So actually what is happening in this space is you are taking that AB1, which is the capital AB1, you are rotating such that the capital AB1 is rotated in space such that the B will going to be on the locus of B in the top view at this point. So when you look from the top view, it will going to cut the locus here, and also when you look from the front view, it will going to cut the locus here, so that you will going to get this point in space. So that is the reason why. So when you rotate it like this in space, the image what you will going to get here is this, and when you rotate this true length in the top view like this, then the image what you will going to get here is rotated like this, so that you will going to get the locus of B in the front view here. So then this is the actual line capital AB in space in the final position what he has given in the problem. So this is how we can be able to analyze in 3D space. Now we will going to take up the individually. So here first we have considered the true length in the front view and also the true length in the top view. Now once you find the true length in the front view and also in the true length in the top view, we know that this is the true length in the front view. Obviously that line has to be parallel, so we made it parallel. Then we have rotated so that you will going to get the top view, the line and also the beta inclination. So when you are rotating like this, what happens? The front view true length line is rotated like this, so that it will going to come on the locus of B in the top view. So you are getting the image here when you look from the top view, and that is what we have shown here with the orthographic view, and this will going to be explained when you are writing in the sketchbook. Similarly, in the front view also, you rotate the top view such that it will going to be in space, such that it will going to touches the locus of B in the front view here, so that when you look from the front view, you are going to get this as A dash B dash, and then use the notation alpha, which is the apparent inclination with respect to HP. So that is what we have shown here. Here we have the true length in the top view, made it parallel, so that means the front view line is parallel, so obviously we are going to get the true length. So with A dash as center, taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you rotate it such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view. You are going to mark this point as A dash B dash and join A dash B dash with a dark line. You are going to get this as alpha. So this is how we can be able to analyze in 3D and also in the orthographic view in the step. Now we are going to solve the problem in the sketchbook. First, we will consider draw the XY line and mark XY and VP hence HP. So now the point A is in both HP and VP. So we'll consider A dash here and A here, and write capital A and capital A here in both front view as well as in the top view. Now by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 30 degree with respect to HP. So that inclination is seen in VP. So above XY line, you measure 30 degrees, and with respect to the XY line, you draw an inclined line. Similarly, in the top view, that is below XY line, by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 45 degrees with respect to the XY line, and then draw an inclined line here. Then by using the compass, you measure a distance of 80 mm with A dash as center, cut an arc on the above XY line and on 30 degree line, so that you will going to get this point. Similarly, with A as center, cut an arc on this 45 degree line, so that it will going to cut here. Then you mark this point as B1 dash and write capital B, and similarly B2 and write capital B here. Then join A dash B1 dash with little bit thicker than the XY line, and join A and B2 with little bit thicker than the XY line, and then draw a dash dot line here in the top view and draw a dash dot line here in the front view, and name the locus of B here and the locus of B here. So now we need to find out the apparent length and inclination in both front view and also in the top view. Now first we have considered A dash B1 dash, which is the true length in the front view. Obviously that line should be parallel to XY line in the top view. So A is in VP, so the B1 should also be in VP. Therefore you draw a vertical projector from B1 dash to the XY line, because A is in VP, so B1 is also in VP. So now the line is parallel to VP. Now the top view line is parallel, because the front view line is in true length. Because due to the presence of the locus of B in the top view, which is in front of VP by this distance, by using the compass with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, draw a smooth arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view. Then mark this point as B, then join A to B with a dark line. Similarly, now we want to find out the front view and its inclination with respect to HP. Then from B2, you draw a vertical projector because AB2 is the true length in HP, so naturally it should be parallel to HP. So A is in HP, so B2 should also be in HP. So draw a vertical projector from B2 to the XY line and you mark this point as B2 dash. Then A dash B2 dash is the line which is parallel to XY line in the front view. Obviously its corresponding top view will be in true length. So with A dash as center, by using the compass, to measure the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view at B dash. Then join A dash B dash with a dark line. So that will going to be the front view, and this makes an angle with respect to HP is alpha. Similarly, the top view line which makes an angle with respect to VP is beta. Then you measure the length from B1 dash to B1 by using the scale, which will be equal to 40 mm, and then B2 dash to B2, which will be 57 mm. When it is in the computer, B2 dash will be 56.57 mm and B1 dash will be 40.00 mm. So, and show the dimensions of 80 mm and this 30 degree and 45 degree, which is as shown, and this will going to be the final solution which has to be written in the sketchbook.